mean, I know you're the same, Andrew, and you know, actually, you're, you know, everybody who's on here is, because we understand the fact that the people are where it's at. It has to come from there. You know, I'm you know, excited to sort of start looking at things like, you know, results-orientated workplaces, those kind of things, or work environments, and you're looking at the sort of getting into the whole sort of, you know, motivation, what motivates people, and actually trying to somehow get it to be driven down from the top as well. You know, that's I think the hardest thing is actually getting the people who are paying the bills to realise that having somebody sitting at a desk working for 12 hours a day is not necessarily the most fruitful use of their time.
So it's time we started screwing with exec heads.
Exactly.
Has anyone ever heard of Gary Hamel?
Oh, the name sounds familiar.
Wasn't he in Star Wars?
No, he's a business management philosopher, and he's got a book out which is called The End of Management. And it makes for a really interesting read when you start to think about some of the stuff that's going on in trends around this sort of thing. So I think that's, I'll throw a link in there, but it's definitely a book people should have a look at, because I like the idea that top down is so bloody hard at times.
Yeah.
It'll be good when we can do away with the senior management team.
Yeah.
Should I say that?
Didn't he used to do stuff on the Wall Street Journal or something like that?
I'm not sure. I'll pull him up in Wikipedia and tell you.
So another thing that I sort of, you know, want to investigate around that is that power of failure. You know, I think there's real power in failure, and that's something that you need to get through at the executive level. There's a few other things, you know, large IT projects will continue to fail. You know, it's not really a prediction; it's just a fact. That's going to happen.
That's another decade.
The world's going to end on the 8th of March.
What you do? Redo the sundial?
No.
8th of March. Yeah.
2029. I got an update on that recently. There was a TED talk. There's this massive asteroid heading towards Earth at the moment, and we're trying to work about how do we move it off kilter. There's a great TED talk on it.
Yeah, it's called Armageddon. Didn't you watch that movie with Bruce Willis?
If you want to move something off kilter, get it to follow ITIL.
You had to use the word. I was avoiding that word.
I had to.
You had to use it.
No one's used that C word in here for a while.
Yes, exactly.
Podcasts. Actually, very impressive.
It snuck in.
I think things are just going to keep, you know, cooler. Like I'm really into visualization. I can't say it, but I'm into it at the moment. You know, there's just really cool ways of presenting data and those kind of things. You know, it may not change the world, but if it gets people enthused about things,
it might make them actually be able to read it for a change.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least they do something with it or take action. That would be very, you know.
Yeah.
Data's not much use unless you're going to take action on it.
No, my favourite thing is Dick Whiz.
I bet it is. does that come in a can?
Now think about it. People don't understand the difference between data, information, knowledge versus wisdom. Dick Whiz.